Suze, founder of KiraKira, where we're redesigning the future of the maker movement. And we realize that that starts with educating Generation Z girls. Specifically, we're teaching them about 3D modeling and mechanical engineering. And you might ask, how are we getting kids, girls or boys, excited about learning mechanical engineering? Well, I can tell you one thing. It's not through the things that are traditionally taught, things like these, wrenches and auto parts. Kids want to learn things that are exciting to them, that they use in their everyday lives, things that they want. Things like surfboards, iPhone cases, and guitars. Before I get started, I'll tell you a little bit about myself. This was me in middle school, and I was a huge nerd. I loved playing Final Fantasy and building Starship control panels on the top of my doll houses. And more than anything, I loved learning and building. But somewhere in high school, and then definitely in college, I started going down the path of art and design instead of engineering. Then I went to the Rhode Island School of Design for graduate school. It was here that I started using machines like these, CNC milling machines, laser cutters, and 3D printers. And I started using 3D modeling software like SolidWorks, Rhino, and Autodesk products. And then I began to remember my 13-year-old self again, the one who thought she could build anything. It was through my experience as both a student and then as a teacher that I started to realize something. If you lead with creativity, the love for STEM will follow. And that's why I started KiraKira. You might think that my story sounds unique, but in fact, I am like the majority of girls today. Over 80% are losing interest and proficiency in math and science before they reach high school. And then this number translates into only 7% of mechanical engineers being female. How many of you in the room have young women in your lives, either daughters, granddaughters, nieces? So if they're interested in making, the future of making is online. And this is likely the content that they'll encounter, guns and tanks. KiraKira provides an alternative. We have content that girls are really interested in, and we also have female role models. Meet Michaela. This is a new KiraKira user, and she's wearing a 3D printed mask here. She just found out about KiraKira a few weeks ago in her class in Redwood City at a public school. Let me walk you through her experience. Michaela comes to our website and immediately sees things that she's excited about making. She navigates to the Create page and sorts through different series like Desk Makeover, Fashionista, and Harry Potter. She explores the Fashionista section and sees a sunglasses class. She would much rather make her own sunglasses than buy them. So she checks it out and she goes through the KiraKira process. She watches and creates her own piece, and then she uploads her 3D modeled file here. Finally, she orders her 3D print. And don't worry, if she doesn't have access to a 3D printer, she can print it through us. And then something else that she gets excited about, she can connect with other female designers and also be inspired by female STEAM leaders. And she can see how she's doing on our leaderboard here. Her username is Waterlilies, and for every class that she takes and every design she makes, she gets points. And something that we're really excited about here, these are all of her 3D modeled creations. This is a frog that she made. It was a KiraKira class that she took. But then all of the rest of these designs are things that she's made all on her own. So this is the KiraKira process. We start with an idea. A student has an idea for something they want to make. Then they make a virtual model. And finally, they get the reward, the 3D print. And we realize that it's working. Over half of our students are working on KiraKira outside of the classroom, and 1 in 3 are uploading unique 3D modeled files. Right now, we're targeting the 702 schools in the Bay Area, of which we already have 24% of the teachers signed up for KiraKira. This is a product that teachers know they need to engage girls in their classrooms. And we're also working here in New York City with the New York Institute of Technology to reach over 250,000 teachers in New York State. So we'll go with initially targeting the state of California and New York, and then move on to the 342 million girls globally, aged 13 to 18, and creating thousands of courses for them in hundreds of verticals so that they can create anything they want. How are we going to make money? We're going to make money through our 3D printed services and also branded content. We're also already working with amazing sponsors at Intel Capital and Autodesk, and we have companies that are so excited and passionate just as much as we are about supporting girls in STEM. And we're excited to announce that next month, with these partners, we'll be launching our first app so that students never have to leave their phones to start making. We're the right team to do this because we're a product made for women, by women. We have an army of female instructors that are creating new content every day, and we're female engineers, architects, designers, and leaders. Thank you, and I hope you can join our mission and inspire the next generation of female makers.